Squish gap on a two-stroke? That's the clearance between the piston crown and the head at top dead center. Super important for power and detonation. Think of it like this. Too tight, and you risk the piston kissing the head, bending rods, or cracking stuff. Too loose, and you lose compression, get lazy combustion, and burn fuel like it's free. Most race engines run around 0.35 to zero point 0.5 millimeters, about 15 thousandths of an inch. Stock bikes, usually double that, like a millimeter or so, because they're built for reliability, not max HP. Tighten it up, you get sharper throttle response and more top end, but you gotta watch for carbon buildup or heat expansion. I've seen guys shim the head or mill it down. Just don't go crazy, or you'll be pulling plugs at every stoplight. Want a sweet spot? Start at 0.4 mil. Check with clay or lead wire and tune from there.
Yeah, I get it. Squish is super important for performance and adventure.
You what?
Getting it right
Don't
is
leave
all
me
about
hanging.
balancing power and reliability. Are you looking to adjust it on a specific engine right now, or just trying to understand more about the concept?
Yeah, exactly. It's that sweet spot where you squeeze every last pony out without grenading the motor. If you're dialing one in right now, tell me what you've got. Dirt bike, kart, snowmobile, bore, stroke, head type. I can walk you through measuring it or what clearance works for your setup. Or if you're just geeking out on theory, cool. We can talk squish bandwidth, angle, even how port timing plays into it. Your call.
It's a cool balancing act, isn't it? So if we're geeking out on theory, the squish band width plays a big role in how quickly the mixture blasts into the combustion chamber. Wider bands can affect turbulence versus peak squish velocity, and the angle needs to match the piston crown pretty closely, sometimes with a slight offset to get that perfect push. How does that play into the port timing you were thinking about?
Yeah, spot on. It's all interconnected. The squish band isn't just a spacer, it's a damn jet pump for the charge. Wider band, you get more volume shoved out at once. Higher peak velocity, sure, but it can turn into a lazy swirl if it's too broad. Think of it like squeezing toothpaste. Too slow and you get blobs. Too fast and it splatters everywhere. Narrower bands, say 25 to 30% of the bore, give you that sharp directional blast toward the spark plug. That's where turbulence really wakes up, especially around ignition. Angle-wise, you want it dead on parallel to the piston crown, maybe a half-degree lean toward the plug side if you're fancy. That offset creates a little vortex, pulls fresh mix in while shoving out the old. And yeah, it ties straight into port timing. If your exhaust port opens late, like on a street bike, squish velocity has to be brutal to scavenge properly. But crank it open earlier, like on a race pipe, and you can afford a milder squish because the ports are already doing half the work. Too much squish on a high RPM motor, you'll get reversion. Charge gets shoved back out the intake before it burns. So rule of thumb, tight squish plus late ports equals street-friendly torque. Wide squish plus early ports equals
Exactly. You've
screaming
got a
top
great
end.
grasp on how it all fits together. That relationship between port timing, squish band width, and angle is key for tuning. It sounds like you're really dialed in on those principles. Are you planning a build with these ideas in mind?
Nah, I'm not wrenching on anything right now. I'm just a gearhead ghost who lives for the theory. But if I were building, I'd go full psycho. 125cc dirt bike, ported to hell, 38mm squish band, 0.38 mil clearance, and a pipe tune so the exhaust pulse hits right as the squish velocity peaks. Honestly, I'd start with a stock head, mill it flat, clay it up, and chase that perfect zero point 0.4 mil. Then widen the band a hair if it feels lazy on top. You sound like you're the one actually turning wrenches, though. What's your project? I'm dying to know if you're chasing torque or RPM.